G'day, fellow tacticians, coming to you from down under Australia. Hope you're doing wherever you are in the world and you are getting excited for the Morgan Ra event. This is my preparation video where I'm going to explain how I'm preparing for Morgan Ra event. Now, this video doesn't tell you how to do all the battles. This video doesn't explain how legendary events go. You can find some other great content creators such as Nandi, Nox Tempest, and even Kazlinski going over the event in more detail, and also, as Nandi does, explains legendary events a bit more. They are going to be in the links in the description. I'm also going to stuck them up the top there above this in this video, so go follow those links if you want to find out more detail about the Path to Phoenix event and how to unlock and how they also prepared. I'm going to touch on some of the stuff that Nandi has made, however, including his spreadsheet, which has been supremely helpful for me. And I'm also going to reference potentially some of the other content creators in what they have said as well, along with discussions I've had with people in the community. Again, this isn't telling you how to exactly do it. This is me sharing with you how I prepared for the event in the hopes that maybe the way I prepare is maybe some of the things you could do or some things you've never thought about to make it easier for you to prepare. And I also hope, selfishly, that you guys tell me if I have not done something right here, could be doing something better. So there's also that desire too. But I really honestly I do hope that this is a helpful thing for you guys too, because we're all here to help each other in this game as well as trying to do the best we can and have a lot of fun. But working together as a community, which is one of the biggest things I've seen, has inspired me to keep pumping out these kind of videos. So that being said, so you know about my new videos that I make and to help and support me and grow this channel, I would really appreciate a subscribe and then hit the like video for this video. And please do comment. I would love to hear back from you, get to know you. And if you'd really like to hang out with me more, talk to me more, check out the links in the description. I've got a Discord server. You can come and hang out with me there. That would be really cool to get to know you. But anyway, guys, let's get stuck into it and let me show you how I'm preparing for this event. All right, guys. Yes, we're in a spreadsheet. Thing you've been looking forward to most this whole video. When you came here, you wanted to look at a spreadsheet. Don't be fooled that you're looking for playing inside a mobile game. No, 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 no. You came here for spreadsheets. Here we go. You got it. You got the spreadsheets. We've got Nandi's Morgan Ra round 3, 2020, June 2023 preparation spreadsheet. Now, this is a really, really helpful tool. I cannot stress how much this has helped me in preparation. And I'm going to go over how I use this tool to get there. Now, be under no illusions that this preparation doesn't take, it can just be done instantly. I recommend also doing it on a computer, probably going to save you a lot more time and effort. And also, everyone's accounts at a different level. So when you take into account this spreadsheet, make sure you're understanding of what you need to get to every single tier that you need to, depending on how much you're going to spend, everything like that. And that's how you would pick your teams as well. So I'm taking into account my account and what I'm trying to go. Now, just to reiterate what that is, or to say it for the first time, if no one knew from my account update, basically I said that I want to get Morgan Ra unlocked, but I'm going to do it by spending, and I'm going to be buying those packs. So, as Nandi explains, you need to get up to basically level 6 in every one of the paths. In order to do that, you need most of your team at silver 1 at the very least, with a couple of characters being silver 2 or higher, just to help get you over the line sometimes. And then you obviously need a bit of skill in those battles too. So it isn't as easy without those high gears. So at the very least, you need to get to silver 1. Now, Nandi's spreadsheet here, what it does is it shows you the optimal teams he believes that you need for every path to get the maximum amount of points. So, on that note, what does it look like? Well, in green, he has highlighted those optimal teams. In the light green, they're good second choices, depending on where you are with your account and your roster. So, very simple stuff to pick up there. You've got your different paths, you've got the points at the top there. That's all very well and good. You've probably seen that already if you're here watching this, more than likely. Now, I want to show you how I used it. This is not for everybody. You don't need to do it the way I've done it, but this is the way that's worked for me. Okay, so first of all, I go and make a copy. So you can call it whatever you want. Call it, yeah, copy, make a copy. All right, cool. So we go, got Google loading up and a copy of it. Now we can edit it. What do I want to edit? Why would I want to edit it? Well, I don't have all the tunes that he has. And can I get them all up? Like, I can't get them all up to Silver 1. I have to use sometimes the characters that I already may have at Silver 1 or at a higher gear level. So we have to do a bit of editing because I'm a bit of a visual person and I like to ensure that I can visually see and account for all the things that I need to do. And once I've done this, it will then lead me to what I need to do and need to focus on. That, remember, this is a tool in preparation and planning to do it. It isn't basically telling me, my account's not all at gold, so I can't just go, oh, choose this one, choose that one, choose that one, choose that one. You. I can't do that. I have to pick them all out here, and then I have to go gear them. So I needed to have focus and know what I need to do, visually see. So what do? I look at the paths. Okay, what characters do I already have at the Silver 1 or really want to get to Silver 1 anyway in the immediate near future? So first of all, I'll basically take out I don't have Sybil. She's like no gear, so I'll leave her there because there's not so many options here what to do. So she'll stay there. I might need her back later. You know what? Who else I've got though at high gear? Yarrick. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna put Yarrick as green. Calandus. She's actually at bronze 1. Not that hard to get up to Silver 1. And Calandus is a good character, so I don't feel bad about that. I'm going to let Calandus in. And I go down the list. I'm looking here at both sides at the same time. Oh, well, Varro. Okay. Well, I guess if I have to, because he's the only other kind of like my choices on here on the left. This left one is pretty low, so I guess I'm going to be getting Varro. Oh, basically was the decision. But you know what? I've got Calgar. Calgar, heck yes, I'm going to put gear on that guy. What a beast. Definitely doing it. So, those are already in there. Show still, I don't feel bad about that. So, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in here at yellow and I'm going to say, maybe. I'll come back and have a look at that. Do I need show still? Okay. So, I've done that too. Azrael, I've got Azrael. Hammer, yeah, useful is Azrael. I don't think so at this point. But I do think a character that's really useful for this event is Typhus. So at the time of when I was looking at this originally, he is going to be green because he's got 2 places, and one of those places on the row in which there isn't many other choices. And he'll tie well with Archimatus because he is a tank, and so he can sit there and take a lot of hits, and you can have Sybil and Eldron just doing shots out of them. So gonna put him in there as green as someone I want to do because I can see already his usefulness across the board in a lot of other places. So I'm gonna put him in there as green because I want to get him geared up at this point in time when I was back 2 weeks ago. So then I go across over to here to the next column, melee only, Isabella, Celestine. You know, you got those ones. They're pretty good choices. Harkin. I've already got him geared up for Full of Cadia. So I go in here, lock him in. Greatest Bastilian, don't have any of those guys. Ulf's actually had a pretty decent gear, but he'd need to go up a bit more. So I'm going to put him here as yellow. And because this guy's he's right next to him there, I'm going to put him as yellow. It's a maybe. I don't have Unshi at even unlocked, so I'm just going to reset that, clear that off. These 2, Calgar, Bellator, I'm going to go over here and I'll lock those in a green because Bellator, well, definitely is worth taking up to Silver 1. He's at Bronze 3 at that time, so I'm definitely going to be looking at him. Volk, he's awesome tune, so he's already going to easily. I don't even need to think about that too much. Abaddon is, for me, the yellow. I'll come back and have a look at him. And I just start going through all of it like this, going, okay, what other tunes there? We've got Typhus here. He's still using green over there. Yeah, you know what? I'll put those both as green. So basically, I just keep going back through this every single one of these these rows, so these columns. And once I've gone through all these columns, I'm going to have all my characters highlighted green, which I already have plans to do it. seem reasonable to do. They don't seem luxury. They seem like they're going to have a lot of use for me immediately, but also long term. So I go through, and I'll just add all them up. The next thing I do is, and this is for my own sake because I'm not really always the best at maths, but this might help you. This is a little trick that I believe helps me. Now there is a way you can actually program the sheet to do this for you, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm just going to say green, and then I'm going to count up how many that I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've hit 5. Cool. You can lay that out if you want. I put it in the middle, make it bold, make it easy to see, a bit like this. Up to you what you want to do. It's nice and easy to visually grasp when you're looking at it, and when you go to a proper zoom. I'm zoomed in right now because of my screen resolution. But then I go back through here, the next column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Look, I've got 8 choices. 8 choices. Now, I'm going to fast forward this. I'm going to show you where I'm at right now. All right. So, this is the end product. Basically, like I said, I've gone through everything here, highlighted it in green. All the toons that I plan that I need to get, what I need to do. These are all the toons. And then what I've done is I've then put a summary down the bottom here. Will be minimum silver, close to S1, as in silver 1, but can be geared up if necessary. Luxury, only needs to be done if necessary. Now, why did I do this? Well, when you look at the bottom here and you see all these numbers, you go, well, I've got a lot of overlap with toons here. A lot of overlap with some other ones. Is there a toon I can take off? Do I actually need to take that toon off? Can I make do with them? Maybe if I put a little more gear on them, instead of taking one toon all the way up further, can I overcompensate with just one extra toon that I don't need to get another toon up that's not going to have necessarily immediate use for me from where I am in the game? So, Maugan is one of those. Doesn't need to be done because look, in that column, I've got 7.5 choices, and they're not bad 7.5 choices. I've got Calgar, then I've got the trifecta here with those 3, along with Angrax, Volk, and Yarrick. I've got more than a strong enough team. Also, the same can be said of going across over here to Gamma. I have a lot of choices in those 3 rows in columns. One column, I do not have that huge amount of choices. However, I can then just put Isabella in there, along with Isabella and Yarrick, Certus, Calgar, and Bellator. That's a solid team. That's a solid team. That is going to go far enough for me. Now, is Certus better than Maugan? Well, definitely not. Can I use Maugan where Certus is always located? No. And that is the key point here, which is why it's really good going into the spreadsheet, because look at this. Certus, or over on here on this max 1 hit column, I don't have many choices. So the value or the stock of Certus goes up. But saying that, guys, remember Certus is used in the Indominus Elite battle. So you can get some use out of him there. You don't need to get up too high for the Indominus Elite, but he's still got a purpose. And it's not terrible. He does play well in some other parts of the game. He's not a terrible character, but his value, or rather his stock, just went up really high when I don't need Maugan over here, when I've got enough other choices, and Maugan's use outside of maybe PvP or a few other maybe events is not really huge. And I probably will come back to it at another later date, but at this time it's not. So I'm able to take that advantage and go, you know what, that's one less character that I need to worry about, and I won't need to do it. And I originally planned, when I first started 2 weeks ago, I was thinking I had to get Maugan up because I heard she was really good for the event. But in the effort of trying to make sure that I can get there in time, I realized, no, I didn't need to do her. Get her all the way up to the higher gears. Now, another one that's entering that same category, and I'm putting myself on the fence over, is Shosil. Shosil could do a good enough job not hitting Silver 1 and letting the other characters here go up a little bit higher in their gear, because Shosil, I'm only needing Shosil in this one column. But Shosil is a very good character. That's going to do a lot for me. So I don't feel too bad about doing it. It's going to stay on the list. Another contender is Revas. Now, why is Revas on there? Because every column that Revas is in, look how many I've got. 10, 10, over here, 10, 8, 6, 7. Now, again, Revas is not a bad tune. Probably it is one of the best tunes, like up there, especially in PvP and stuff. Amazing tune. But for the sake of making sure that I can do the event, Revas actually is going to get relegated somewhat to yellow, because when it comes to it, if I'm running out of time to get all my characters to silver 1 and I've got to choose something, well, I've got to choose something to drop. And so I'm going to put Revas here as yellow. If I get the opportunity to gear Revas up, I can. And so Revas goes to yellow across the board there. That is how I'm planning and preparing, and I can now drop my numbers down and realize that there isn't a huge overlap. So I hope that that's been really helpful for you, sharing how I'm getting there. The next thing is I also show a little nice infographic showing you what this looks like and how this is feeding into my goals. So let's go have a look at that infographic. All right, guys, here's my infographic. Basically just showing you visually my upgrade plans. So this is basically where my account was when I started at the start of this month, in terms of all the gear levels, except for with Varro. Varro was added in just more recently to my upgrade plans, but he came from the same level as Certus there, being an Iron rank 2. So that's been pretty much my upgrade plans here for the last 2 weeks. I've worked really hard on them, getting pretty close. Going to be working on the rest of them for the next 2 weeks. You'll see in my account update video in the next few days, basically where I'm at with this journey. But this is basically everything that I've worked on previously in that spreadsheet we just looked at before. So this is where I've got to, and I've made myself the goal to get these tunes done. So effectively, where I'm at right now, I've still got to get Rotbone sorted, Maladus sorted, Bellator sorted, Isabella sorted, Sybil, Shosil, Calandus, Varro, and Certus. So there's a lot of gearing to do halfway through the month. So I've got about 15 more days really to get tunes done. And so that's basically, I need to be on track for about 3 per day. Can I get there in time? Well, yes, I can. It's going to take a lot. I'm going to be buying some gear as I can in the daily crates that pop up, and hoping that I get there. Also, maybe some lucky drops as well. And there will be some tunes that I'll probably get up to silver 1 during the middle of it. I don't think I'm going to get to gold 1, but they are nice to have. If I can get them geared up, which I'm kind of trying to, like by buying the gear in the daily crates that come on, where you keep refreshing them. You get up to 50 Blackstone to refresh them, but you can do five for free. I'm trying to get gear in there. I've almost bought all of Calgar's gear that I need in there, so I'll be able to get him up to silver 2 in time for the event. I'm going to try and do the same with Yarrick, Akimados as well. We'll see what happens. There's 15 days there, lots of re-rolling there. It also might be able to pick up some gear from the other ones to accelerate the growth. But that's my overall upgrade plans. I hope that this infographics helpful to you. Maybe you're on a similar journey. Maybe you want to look at how you can get there in time. But I think this is my plan. This I think will get me there in time. So thanks to everyone for watching. Again, please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe, hit the like button, and give me a comment. Let me know how this has helped you. Let me know, could I be doing something better? Am I not doing something correctly? Etc. Etc. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I would love to catch up with you on Discord. So feel free to join my Discord server. Come hang out. It'd be great to get to know you a bit more. But all the best out there, tacticians. Let's go have some fun. All right, guys. Big shout out now to a member of the Watch Fortress Erioch Alliance, and I've been talking to him, and he's really helped me out and learning a lot. And that is Cantgigud. He's just one of a few members, but him and I have talked a lot over the last 2 weeks about developing the teams that I'm going to need, the tunes I'm going to need, whether they be how far I need to gear them, what badges I need to put on them, how far should I upgrade, how I send them, and even the best teams to really go in there. He spent a lot of time talking to me, answering my questions, and also there's a lot of other people in that community, Watch Fortress Erioch, who are willing to help. And Cantgigud is just one of them. He's part of the Quintus guild, and I would recommend that alliance to you. It's been very helpful for me. I came in to that alliance well underpowered. I'm still well underpowered for the guild that I'm in, and part of that alliance. But they've taken me on their wing. They've really helped, invested a lot of time in helping develop me, and so they're, for me, one of the key aspects of why I'm getting where I'm enjoying the game a lot. So really highly recommend them to you. Also, thanks heaps to Nandi for the spreadsheet you made, the time that you put into that. Also want to thank you for your recent video updating it. And then also another Alliance friend of mine, Nox Tempest. He's also put a lot of effort helping me answer questions, also making a great video, which I put a link into the description, just about his preparations for Maugan. Go check those guys out. If you haven't already checked them out, I've recommended already. Those guys are great. Great content from them. And of course, as I said, if you're looking for a guild, come check out Watch Fortress Erioch. Great bunch of guys. Thanks there, guys, and all the best out there for you getting unlocking Maugan. I'd love to hear from you how you're going with it and your preparations. Catch you guys.